2748 W. They are the returning defending champs of the Bastet realm here in OL Season 9. They were the Season 8 champs last year. We've got one of their guys. Yomi is going to help out with us. I know Yomi. I played with him in 2605. Hell of a player. And a really, really good OL team. We're going to talk about this. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. And like the videos. We're doing our series on highlighting all these OL teams. And it's going to be a lot of fun to kind of talk through some of this stuff and some of these OL teams that are playing at a really high competitive level. And with that being said, we'll bring in Yomi and talk about it. What's going on, man?
Hey, Lord Dirty Ted. Thanks for having me on the call.
Now,
answer any questions you have about Subway.
Yeah, you bet. And now, full disclosure, I get Yomi in voice, and Cortex is like, Yomi was with us in 2605. I was like, that's how I know this guy. And so, yes, we've been in Kingdoms. We fought together. You've been playing this game a long time. Now, you left 605 to go to 2748. And so tell us about that journey. Tell us what it's like to be in 2748. Great Kingdom. You guys, I think, are sitting at Silver Imperium right now. You're the defending champs from Season 8 with 748W in the realm that you're playing in. And so just talk about your journey from 605 into 748.
Yeah, so when I actually joined 748, we were still a B-seed kingdom, and I would never have expected that we would have become the OL Season 8 champions like just a few months later. They have a really strong core group of Vietnamese players that are really hardcore. And it's not just Rise of Kingdom. You can see them playing other games all the time on Discord, and they're like this really hardcore group of players that are just they're really smart. They know exactly how to plan and strategize, and they're able to bring in some 30-40 players, which eventually brought us to where we are now, Silver Imperium, as you stated before. But in a really short period of time, we brought in all these skilled players. We practiced, we trained, and eventually we became Season 8 champions. So I think the Kingdom itself is really impressive how organized they are and how smart they are to recruit and know exactly who would fit the team. So yeah, it's been a long journey. I've been in 2748 on and off for a bit over a year now, and yeah, I'm looking forward to what we can do for the rest of the season as well.
Yeah, and what you guys have built has been nothing short of amazing. It's a lot of fun. Great story of a kingdom. PPK's there. Black Bomb is there. I know all these guys. Viet Minh is also a part. Now, who helps you kind of do some of the OL stuff? I know that they're very competitive. A lot of Vietnamese players, and we all know how organized they can be when it comes to OL and different things like that. But it is a good core group of players. Who else helps you out with it?
So I think we have to give huge props to our Japanese members. Mm-hmm. About a third of our team is from Japan, and Ikefin and Mugi, they're kind of like the coordinators for the Japanese squad. They're always helping to translate and direct the flow of the game. Always looking for ways to optimize our matches and our movements, and always looking at our previous videos to understand where we have flaws and where we can improve. And you stated before, Black Mamba, Phoenix, some of our Korean players, they're also doing pretty much the same exact thing for the Korean squad. And then the king himself, Meow, he does a really great job running the kingdom and giving us the support that we need to run as a extremely international OL team. So yeah, props to all those guys.
No, it's a great group, a great core. The Kingdom is definitely one that's on the rise. And for people who don't know about 2748, you gave a good amount of information when you got there over a year ago. They were still kind of a B seed, but a really good core, and they've recruited really, really well. Is winning the Osiris League Season 8, obviously that is a massive recruiting tool, and you guys have two OL teams, I believe, in the round of 16 now. And so with that being said, has it helped recruiting? If somebody comes and says, hey, I'm interested in coming to 2748, I like playing OL, I love playing KVK, like basically sell the Kingdom and kind of what you guys stand by and what you like to do.
Yeah, sure. We welcome all kinds of folks. If you're really competitive and you like OL and you want to win OL and you have the dedication to make practices and whatnot, yeah, we'll definitely welcome you as a player. The kingdom itself, that's not our aim. Our aim is not to become like the best OL team, but to create a really fun and enjoy KVK and have really competitive players that don't only play OL but play like Olympia, for example. We have a big squad of players that enjoy playing Olympia together. Really just enjoying all the different aspects of the game and winning, of course.
That always helps. Oh man! Speaking from somebody who I was an expert at losing. I was following Cortex around, so that I didn't have a problem losing at KVKs. But having that success really kind of helps out, and it allows you to build a team and obviously have the success here. I've got the trophy for the season 8 Realm of Bastet Champion, and when you talk about this, you create a lot of memories, and in a short period of time you guys were able to put together that team for season 8. What were some of your best memories from OL, from maybe the season 8 or before? Kind of give us when you think of OL and you think of great memories, what is one that might stick out for you?
Yeah, I definitely think those grand finals against 2934 or W34X was really a memorable memory for me, because it was a long journey, but it happened over like a very short period of time where we went from like B seed to season 8 winners, and it just all of the practices that entire week for that grand final, we were practicing almost every day, and that's really a big feat, I think, for an international team where like almost every other member from the team lives somewhere else in the world. So just all of that accumulated on, and when we won the grand final, it was just like the most amazing moment for us. Yeah, also the Grand Prix, because we competed in that with the international Grand Prix afterwards. Or is it the OL Grand Finals?
Yeah.
It was the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
The Grand Prix, yeah.
So, no, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, when we played GY16, I think we lost to GY16, and that was our first loss that tournament. But they showed that there was like an overwhelming difference between us, and the fact that they had been playing for a much longer period of time compared to us. It was a really downer moment for the team, because we lost to GY16, but they're also the winners of the entire tournament.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
They're a very good team, and I think it was a really good moment for our team, because even though we were down about losing, everyone was still very positive about how they felt about the game, and they said, we want to get better, we want to get stronger. That was a really defining moment for our team, I think.
Yeah, and a really good team that is. I'm looking at the round of 16 now. You've got this matchup with 3308, who's in this big KVK with 2377, and but they're going to have all their troops this weekend. I can guarantee you that. So you've got that draw on the other side of the bracket. Now how they've done these realms now to where it's not basically a chronological situation, where now they put 2489 in there with you, and that looks to be, I think, probably the favorites on both sides. You got a good 17-18 team on that side as well. There's some other ones, but as you look at this, you got a matchup this weekend, and then you've got your quarterfinals and then semifinals. So this is 3 weeks of madness. You talked about practicing before that final that you had pretty much every day during the week, and help explain to players as players are learning how the game works and they're playing ARC and they're understanding OL, to be at a really, really competitive level. This is what you have to understand, is how much work has to go into it. Be It Mean has done great, obviously, with the OL team, and you and others who have really, really helped. But talk a little bit about the work that takes in for leadership, because you guys got to get real meticulous with marches, what commanders you want to run. You have to go, you almost got to do an account review for everybody that's in your OL team to make sure everybody's running the right stuff, right?
Yeah, we here at 2748, we actually didn't do any kind of account review to that extent. I believe it's mostly around individual skill, and some of the players have proved it through Olympia. Of course, you have to have a good account, but to some extent, we understand by looking at someone's like true power and their Lost Canyon or Sunset Canyon matchup, that they have the right troops. A majority of this is understanding like how to move your troops effectively, how to make the right decisions, and so a lot of our practice goes into making sure that people are making the right decisions and reacting correctly and knowing how to move your individual marches as well as moving marches collectively. So we'll, in our review sessions, Viet Minh will go over the VODs and he'll point out where people made the wrong decisions or, chose to fight when they shouldn't have fought. So it's a lot of like small optimizations and things like that that really make the difference. As opposed to troops and equipments and whatnot. Of course, that stuff is all really important, but you could have like the greatest equipment and armaments in the game, but if you go like 5 versus 30, you're not going to win in most cases, right?
Yeah,
so
no.
Understanding exactly how to use those effectively is almost as important as having the right gear.
I've seen some of the guys with low power and, not really an overwhelming account, but they're the best OL players you'll find because it's so much more about timing. It's so much more about march control in the field. You're the guy, whoever's picking up the arc for you and doing arc running for you has got to be really good, whatever guy or girl is doing that. And so you're right. You got to find that right balance. And Viet Minh being able to kind of overlord that and make sure to coach people up. That's what it takes for people to understand how competitive this stuff gets. Bro, I appreciate you taking some time. We wish you guys luck. Should be a lot of fun. Good luck Saturday and throughout the rest of the tournament. And if we see a 24-89 and 27-48 final in this realm, it will be fantastic. I'm sure everybody will be watching, but I appreciate you, buddy. And it's good to catch up again. I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm glad you're doing so well.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks a lot for the interview, Chadsky. It was a pleasure being on.
It is awesome. That's Yomi, and they're going to take on who? Hold on, let me look real quick, Yomi. You guys were taking on do you remember who your opponent is? Oh, 3308. That's right. And so, 3308. With that being said, good luck there, and man, we just we wish you all the best the rest of the tournament, and go have fun, man.
Will do. Thanks a lot.
You got it. We'll see you. So that's our boy Yomi and 27-48W, the returning champs from Season 8. Be sure to catch them in action this week and throughout the Season 9 Realm of Bastet, because they'll be in the mix, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you enjoyed the video, throw a like on here. We appreciate everybody for watching. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, consider doing that. It doesn't cost you anything. We'll have more content for you. But this is all part of our OL series where we're going to highlight a lot of these kingdoms and a lot of these players who put a lot of hard work into it. And we will see everybody.